Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, we are going to be doing a little something different for the weekend WIP. I am currently a little bit injured. I have been coloring like crazy. Like I'm super hyper focused on it right now, so I'm like forcing myself to take a break. And unfortunately, it lined up with the day that I needed to record this for you guys. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a haul video, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the stuff that I have, and then I might be able to play with a few of the things. I've found that as long as I'm using like alcohol markers or water-based markers, I am okay. As long as I'm not putting any pressure like on my wrist, I'm good to go. And it's just from overuse. It's just because I wasn't listening to my body and taking breaks when I needed. So this is all my fault. But hopefully it'll get better here soon. So I'm going to take a sip of my tea. I'm already a cup and a half in, so hopefully my brain will be able to catch up with my mouth, or vice versa. I'm not sure which way that works, but one of them is moving way faster than the other today. Okay. So first, I want to share two books that the wonderful Yana Prosperina sent to me. She's got two new books out. So this is Fairy Volume 2. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, you'll know that the Fairy Volume 1 is one that is one of my books to finish eventually. And I've got, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages done in there. 4. I can't remember. I have several pages done in there, and I really like this book too, so I'm excited for that. And then I also, she sent Whimsical Darlings, which look how cute this image is on the front with the girl in the wheelchair. I thought that was adorable. This will be perfect for Christmas in July, so this will definitely make an appearance on my channel next month. But this one, I thought we'd do a little bit of a flip through. I'm not going to do full flip throughs because I am going to have a video specifically for these two, but I thought maybe, you know, if I've got some time at the end of this, we could do a little bit of maybe alcohol marker work in this one. But yeah, I'm just going to flip through a few of the images. Just gorgeous. Some of these are available on her Etsy shop. There's one in here, there's a dragon one that I have colored. So this one I have colored on the channel already before. It was PDF, but I'm excited to give it another go to do it again. So that'll be fun. I really love this image. So this is the one from the front cover. And I might try to recreate that as best as I can because I think it's just gorgeous the way that she's illustrated that or colored that in. I think it's just gorgeous. But yeah, super excited. And I think this one is available. I might have done this one as well, because I think this one was a buddy color that I had one time with Corey from Colorfully Optimistic. I think we did that as a buddy color one time. So yeah, some of these images are available on her Etsy, but it's nice to have everything in a book together. So yeah, excited for that one. And I'll just show you a few of these too. There's just really simple, cute images. Yeah, and then here's another one. So there's a couple of different girls in wheelchairs, and I thought that was just adorable. I love that. I love that she's thought to be inclusive in that way. Okay, so I've got a few different things. I have some books, of course, but then I did get a couple of supplies. So first, we're going to talk about these. So these are the Tombow dual brush pens. I love my Tombows. These were a gift from my beautiful friend Corey for my birthday last month. And I have not opened them yet because I am way behind in all kinds of stuff, but I don't have these colors yet. So I'm excited to add them to my collection. And I love Tombow markers. They're just my favorites because I can use them, you know, straight coloring. I can use them as watercolors. I just love them. And the fact that they have the fine points on the other end, that is a bonus because then I can add in like little details and stuff. So I've got these ones. Maybe we'll play with those a little bit. She also sent me this book. So this is Kingdom of Curious Creatures, which was really, I have been wanting this book for a while. I have never colored a Kanoko Igusa page. I think I have the Coloring Heaven, I have a Coloring Heaven magazine, but I don't have any of her other books. And they intimidate the heck out of me, but I've seen so many people do such beautiful things, and I feel like I could probably do it some justice. It's just a matter of getting over that intimidation, like, bump, you know, like I'm just, oh, look at those kitty cat mermaids. That's so cute. Yeah, and I think that this book is like it's a reprint of the ones from the Japanese editions, but I can't remember the names that they were before. That's adorable. I don't usually like wallpaper pages, but this is so cute because the squirrels are in different positions. The flowers are all different. That'd be so pretty for fall. I could see myself doing that one. And that might be a nice, easy stepping stone for me. Because some of these others are just, I love them. I love them to pieces. Like this one is overwhelming to me just to look at because there's so much going on. Like I can't see everything. And I don't know what some of the things are. Like, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's supposed to be like I don't know if that's supposed to be like lettuce or like an artichoke, because artichokes have those things, right? Like where there's like layers. No, I think that's supposed to be lettuce. I don't know. And I don't know what those are. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I can just color them whatever. But there's so many animals and so many foods and so many flowers. And it's all stuff that I would look at and feel like I needed to color it realistically. So it's like already daunting in my head. Like I have to make this look as real as possible. I don't know. That's just the way my brain works, I guess. these little cute little kids. Yeah, I really like this book. And I love that there are some illustrated images in the front where people have gone through. I don't know if it's just, these are her, I wonder if it says, like if these are specifically colored in by her or if those are other artists, other colorists. Well, it doesn't specify. So I'm going to guess maybe it's just her. Anyway, I'm excited to have this book. That's the long and short of it. Okay, and then I got some stencils. So I got, during Mermay, I went and got, I needed, right, to have some wave stencils. So I got 2 of them. I have a big one. I got that so that I could just do like a whole, all the way across the page. And then I got the smaller one so that I could just add little bits and pieces. But I like the 3 different styles of waves that are on there. I think that's pretty cool. I like that it's like the subtle kind and then a little bit more detailed like this one, and then like the whole like wave topper parts. So yeah, I thought those were really cool. And of course I did not use them, but I still like them. I still think they're neat. I do like the little example that it shows here. So like there's this like rainbow just wave behind this card. I thought that was really cute. Yeah. So there's that. I'm hoping that I can use these soon. I got some more stencils too. So I have this one. This is a layering stencil. So the top layer, I'm going to try to take these out. Sorry. I know this is loud. So the top layer is all the flowers. And then you line it up with the next layer, which is all the leaves. And it's supposed to like line it up all together. But I thought that would be really pretty for a background. Even if I just use the flowers or just the leaves, I think that would be kind of an interesting look. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. I thought that would be fun, not only for cards, but for like backgrounds and stuff on coloring pages. It's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult when you like get to the edges and there's like these straight lines on the flowers where it just kind of cuts it off. That's a little bit frustrating. But if I kind of stick to the inside parts, I mean, I can repeat that over and over and over and move it around to where I want it and not worry about anything. And the only parts, I think here and here are the only parts that cut off on the leaves. So that's not too bad. And maybe right there a little bit. But yeah, I just thought that was a fun idea. And then this one is the most kind of different for me. So this one, these are like giant mandalas. Which of course I saw, and I thought they would be smaller, but they're most definitely not. But they're gorgeous, like so beautiful. But they're giant, like, oh, what size is this? So this is like an 11.5 square. So that fit like perfect on like a scrapbook page. Like if I wanted to get my scrapbook pages out and make my own mandala backgrounds, these would be beautiful on those. But I thought I could still do something with, you know, like if I had, for example, let's just grab one of these cute little basic images from Miss Yana here, and I could still take this and layer this over top and still have just like this beautiful background, and not really have to move my stencil. I just have to be careful not to get the color onto the character in the center. But that fills up almost the whole page of, you know, the background. So I thought that that would be a really good addition and really quick and easy backgrounds to do. So I think there's, I can't remember how many of them, but I'm going to go through a few of them with you because I like all of them. I think they're really, really cool looking. And thankfully I have this background that I like this one a lot. This is oh, look at that one. That's a perfect one for winter. Look how cute. And I will link all of these supplies in the description box. Oh, I like that one too. In the description box below too. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these stencil sets or marker sets or books or whatever, you guys can check that out. But I just thought these were really fun. I like that one too. This one reminds me of fall. I don't know why, but I just see fall when I see that. And there's still some spots on the stencils where, that one's cool, where like the insides are still in there, but you can just pop them out. Maybe. Should be able to. Oh, come on, Erica. Just get that out of there. See? Yeah. Really easy to take those out. And then here's the last one. So gorgeous. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a 9-pack of stencils. And all different mandalas. They're not like repetitive or anything. So yeah. I am excited to use those, and I'm hoping that I will kind of get into that here soon, because I like to add, you know, fun backgrounds, especially on some of the images that I have in books where there's not a lot of background going on, and I'm like, you know, what do I do with this background? Stencils are always just such a helpful tool to have. Okay, and then I also ended up going ahead and getting Enchanted Earth. I'd seen this on so many people's pages or people's videos, and I had seen so many beautiful pages already that I had to have it. And I love her first one, which of course has popped, the name of it's popped right out of my head. And she has them listed. Good Lord, how do I not know? Anyway, you'll have seen her book on my channel before. I did not get the Nature Mandalas one, because mandalas aren't always my favorite thing to color. Sometimes when I have like the repetitive things, you know, I just want to color a portion of it, and then I'm like, okay, well, I've already colored that. I don't need to color 6 more deer or 6 more of the same flower all the way around. I have to be in a very specific mood for those, and I'm not always there. But this book is stunningly beautiful, and it's very reminiscent of the first book, which I really should know the name of, because it's one of my favorite books. Anyway, so we'll do a little bit of a flip through with this one too. I'm sure you guys have seen this around. So many gorgeous images, just interesting it's really interesting this time. I mean, the last one, the first one was really interesting as well. But like, you know, these beautiful birds made out of flowers and tree stems and stuff. Like, it's just things like that where she's kind of made shapes. You know, there's like this whole world inside the acorn. I think there was another acorn in the first one as well. But I really like this one. And I loved the fact that there's like a little fox and a little squirrel and a little snake, and they're like curled up like little areas of paint would be. And I just thought that was so cute. Yeah, there's just a lot in here that I love. This one's super cool where there's bats and like dark down here, and like, I don't know what those would be. Lemurs? What would those be? I don't know. I don't know if those are, they wouldn't be lemurs. Maybe they would be. I have no idea, but it's cool. Yeah, just love this. And I love this one. This one is one of my favorites. A whole leaf shape. Super cute. Really like this one. Yeah, so it's just, my friend was looking at it. She's like, what is that? I said, it's a giant paw print. And she looked at it again. She's like, oh, I see it now. Because she just couldn't, she didn't see the whole thing. She just like was looking at it. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But it's a big, like a tiger print or something. Yeah, I like that. The only one that I'm iffy on in this book is the peacock. And it's just because there's so much black in it. But I'm sure I could work it, you know, into, I really like this one too. I just thought that was beautiful. I'm sure I could work it into, you know, work like the black into the color palette. Let me see if I can find it. It's probably further back. Darn it. I always flip, every time oh, there it is. Every time I open the book, I always flip to it. So it's really dark, but I think that it would look really cool, you know, with a very neat galaxy background. And then like all of the little, the black areas all have like little white dots. So it kind of looks like it's in space as well. So like it's like a space peacock, which I think would be cool. It's just, it threw me off a minute at the beginning because it was all so black, but I think I can make it work. Yeah, I love this book. I think it's so, oh, I really like that one too. She doesn't do a ton of people in her books, like close-up people like that. So I liked that there were a few more people kind of included in this one. This is gorgeous. Just beautiful. Like the tulips and flowers and the windmills, and so beautiful. Yeah, this one was definitely a knock right out of the park for me. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, so that's Enchanted Earth. The next one I got was, there's not too many others that I have here. So I got this one for fun. So this is Cute Guys Through the Ages. I saw this, Poet Spice, who has a fun YouTube channel and Instagram account, she's doing a color along, which I will put on screen because I can't remember the name of it right now, but she had a different Cute Guys coloring book, and I saw this one. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. But it's just, I mean, they're just cute little images of hot guys through the ages. And it's just cute. I like it a lot. This one is, I think, one of my favorites. But she's got a hashtag that's like Cute Guys Through the Summer or something like that. So I'm probably going to color one out of here and add that to her color along. I thought that was adorable. I got this really cool book. So this is Tarot Coloring by Alexis Thompson. I feel like this has been out for a while. I could be wrong, but I saw it and I thought it was just gorgeous. Like the illustrations are beautiful. Like, look at that. The paper is really nice. It's nice quality paper. It's not Amazon print paper. And I'm excited to color in it. I think it's going to be really, really cool. Now, sometimes there are some like extra lines drawn on the faces, and I don't always know what to do with those. But I think I'm just gonna give it a go. They have all of the cards, each of them like main cards, and then the suits for the each of like the things in the back, like the coins and the wands and cups and all that stuff. And I'm not really into tarot a lot. Like I don't know the meanings of anything. So I do like the fact that, you know, it shows it and then it tells you like a little bit about the card and then what it means when it's upright or reversed. I think that's really cool. I love both of those. I thought those were both gorgeous. Yeah, and look at how beautiful that is. It's just so pretty. So I thought this was a beautiful book. I'm very excited to have it. Yeah, and I like the cover. I really like the colors that they've used for the cover. I think that's gorgeous. Yeah, and here's that moth one. I think it's the moon card. But that'd be really pretty to use those colors too. And then I got Moonlight Mischief. So this is the newest one from R.J. Hampson, which I love looking at his artwork. I think he draws the cutest images, and they all, there's sensitive humor and just quirkiness about his images. And I have not colored, I think maybe I've colored like one page. Look at this. That's so cute. I think I've colored maybe one or two out of all of his books that I own. I don't own all of them. There are a couple that I don't have, but I need to color more because they're so cute. And I know that, who is it? I think it's Spare Room Studio, maybe, has a color along on Instagram right now that's featuring R.J. Hampson. So I'll put that on screen too, so you guys can check that out if you want to. I mean, look at that. That's so cool. Yeah, I love his artwork. I really do. I need to get coloring. It's so cute. I mean, even though I've not colored very many pages, and then you've got the whole next set, even though I've not colored many pages in his books, I feel like he's just an automatic buy for most of his stuff because I like it. So I don't have a couple of his house books that were released early on in his publishing career, and then I don't have the Mr. Froggerty, I think is what his name is. I don't have that one either, but I have the majority of the other ones. Okay, and then I also just got this one. I love my mythographic books. This one was a gift from my mother for my birthday. And yeah, so this one is their newest one, and I love it. I can do like an in-depth flip through if you guys want on another video. Just let me know. It's very fantastical, and definitely sea creature themed. And some of them are a little kind of out there. This one I think is my favorite image. That one's like my favorite. Some of them are a little out there, and I don't know how people are going to react. Like this one. I don't know how people, like, I don't know how, like, there's like coral coming off the mane for the giraffe, but then they've got all four legs plus like this fishy tail. So I don't know how I feel about that one. I think it's neat, and I think if I colored it, like I've done, I did another mythographic page that was by Fabiana with giraffes, and I did it like pinks and purples. So I think if this one was colored like in coral colors or blues and greens or something, I think that would be really cool. And then have like this beautiful like golden palace in the background, and like, you know, the blue water and then the rocks coming around, and I can see it colored. I just don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about like the full giraffe with just like this tail as the fishy part, but the coral too. I don't know. So I like this one a lot too. I thought that one was really cool. And my book is already starting to come apart a little bit, which is a little frustrating. I just noticed that though. It wasn't like that before, but maybe because I've kind of broken the spine so much. This one is another one of my favorites. Love it. I've not had that issue really with any of my other mythographic books. Maybe one other. So that's a little frustrating. I just noticed that. Yeah, so that I'll have to be careful when I'm flipping through and stuff. I'd have to start. I like this one a lot too. I thought that one was really cool. Although I have started another like Poseidon one. That one was drawn by Joseph Kattenbang though, but I still haven't finished it. It's supposed to be a buddy color with my lovely friend B, and neither one of us have finished it yet. So probably shouldn't start another one until I finish that one. It's gorgeous. Yeah, so that's deep blue. If you guys, like I said, if you want to see more in-depth flip through, let me know, and I will work on that for you as well. So, okay, so we've got some time. I wanted to share with you this Tiny Worlds book. I know that I've shared this on a previous, what's it called? Previous haul video, but I wanted to share, so I'm moving all my stuff out of the way so I can get to my pencils and stuff. My desk is such a mess. I gotta clean it. Yeah, but I wanted to share with you kind of what I've been doing in this. So like I said, since my wrist is all jacked up, I have been using a lot of alcohol markers, and I have discovered that I love this book. It's so cute. So like in comparison to like the normal, or to like a Johanna Basford book, it's a little smaller, just a little. But I think that size makes it feel more manageable, because some of these can get super detailed. Some of them aren't as detailed, which I've started a couple of those, but some of these are like super detailed. So for example, like all of these details down in here in this center of the flower, but I still think it's just gorgeous. I really adore this book. Yeah, all of these little tiny details inside of this Buddha statue hands. Like, it's just such a neat concept to me, this whole thing. So I've started a couple. So I started that one. I'm trying to decide on this one if the, if these are like subway tiles in the background, or if they're brick. And my daughter said that they're bricks, but I don't know if they are or not. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you think they're bricks, then I can color them as bricks. But yeah, so this is all just alcohol marker bases so far, but I think it's going to be cool. I really liked this one too. I almost started that one as well. I just thought that was so neat. Just these giant sandbox toys, and then this beautiful little oasis in the center there. This is the only one that I'm having trouble kind of seeing what's behind. Like, I feel like there's flowers, but like maybe this is like all like a tree stump or a tree behind there. I can't really tell. Like, this area is a little confusing. I see the door and I see an opening, but then I don't know what's in there. And I don't know where like the tree stops, because there's a little bit of a house here and a little bit of a house there. So it's a little confusing in the background, but for the most part, these images are easy to figure out. I really loved this one as well. I thought this one would be a cool one. And again, you can see all the little details like of the world inside the floorboard, which I just thought was so cool. It's just such a neat book. This one was probably one of my favorite pages in the entire book. So I started this one, and these colors are based off of a cute little beach, like a tiny house beach place that we went one time in Michigan, and the houses lined up alongside of each other were all these colors, and I was like, that's perfect. I'm totally doing that. But yeah, I just thought, so this is all just alcohol marker based so far, but I really like the way that it's looking. Yes, just some really cool ones. This one was kind of neat. I really like how this just kind of like goes for infinity, but like the background needs to be like super like, not really faded. I don't know. It's just like it needs to fade off into the distance, you know, like the things in the front here with all the more solid black lines need to be in focus, and more vibrant, and then this stuff back here just needs to be more muted so that it kind of fades off into the distance. I just think that's really cool looking. I don't know how to go about accomplishing that other than using like more muted colors. I might, I've been wanting to get a set of pastel pencils for a really long time, like Pitt pastel pencils. So I might purchase some of those and see about using those as kind of like a background, but I don't know. I do like this one as well. This one was really cool. So there's like dandelions all around down here, and then the big white puff of dandelion up here. But like the carousel, this carousel is like on the stem of the white puff dandelion, which I just thought was so neat. Again, there's like lots of little fine little details all in here, but you know, get out some fine liners and you don't even worry about shading that stuff. You can just color it in. It doesn't even need to be shaded. Yeah, just love this one. This one is one I'm going to set aside for fall, which I think is just gorgeous with all those houses and the leaves and the tree, and love it. Okay. This one as well. I really liked this one. It's very reminiscent of one of Johanna Basford's images where she's got the flowers coming out of it, but I really like the fact that there's this whole fairy tale kingdom in the keyhole. I thought that was really cool, and I like the little flourish around the keyhole too. So that'd be pretty to do. I started this one. I love this image. I am terrible at coloring like bunches of houses together. I don't know why it intimidates me. It makes no sense at all. But so I started coloring it. I was like, oh, I really like this, and I'll make it nice, like a nice dark cherry wood table and chair. And then I started thinking about like the colors for the houses, and I'm like, I don't know. And then so I've got like these colors pulled, not this one, but those colors, like maybe like pops of red in the buildings, and then definitely some blue and cream and like these pinky colors. I don't know. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do those. But again, these are tiny little images, so I'm going to have to probably pull out my pencils or fine liners for those as well. But yeah, I love that there's just like a road wrapped around the table legs to get up into the city. I just love it. So creative, so smart. Love this one. I can see this one done in like all pinks and beautiful like ivory and gold and like, yeah, yellows and pinks and tea pouring everywhere, and just, I love it. And then I started this one too, which I'm not so much a fan of the fact that these two browns are super close, but I'm hoping that when I add my shading and stuff, it'll definitely be able to see the difference. But I love these giant bees, and I think those are going to be really fun to color. These big fuzzy bees. And then of course, you know, the little beekeepers over here, those will be cute too, but I'm excited for the bees. But yeah, that's what I've done so far in here. I like this one too. There's this little gnome that actually is like living in all these giant gnome statues, which, wouldn't that be weird? Like if you were just like living in statues of people, that's kind of what this is. That's kind of what this is. I like this one too. This one would be another really pretty fall one. Yeah, I like this one too. This one was really cool, and I was trying to figure out what colors I would use for like the quilt, because you know, you have like little bits of trees popping out every once in a while, like they're rolling hills, and then the houses are like these little bobbins and the thimble, and yeah, I just thought it was super cool. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Yeah, I could say that about a lot of these. Like I really love this book. This one was another one of my favorites. Cute one. Yeah, love it. I love this book. So if you don't have it and you are okay with coloring teeny tiny details, like some of them, like this one doesn't look, it's not too bad. There's not too much tiny stuff. But like, well, that one's not bad either. But like this one with all those little gears and stuff in there, like I feel like that one might drive me a little bit crazy, but I am actually wanting to color some of these. So, and then I really like just the front cover. Like, it's the same thing that's on the front of the book, but it's like bigger. But I just thought that was really cute too. Like, that'd be really pretty to color. So yeah, so that's what I've been working. I've been using a lot of alcohol markers in this book. I've colored, I think I've started like 6 or 7 different pages just using alcohol markers because I really wanted to keep coloring, and my wrist was just like, no, you can't do that. That's not okay. We are going to fiercely object to any more usage of that body part. So that's been a little frustrating, but I really like what I've been able to start so far, and hopefully my wrist will cooperate and I can finish some things. That would be the ideal thing here. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to maybe start a page in this. Grab a backer. So let's see, what do we want? What do we want to start? That's really pretty. Trying to find one that's very summery. I kind of like that one back there. That one wouldn't be bad either. Some of them I feel like definitely have more of a fall vibe. Again, that could just be me, like, because I would rather color fall images most of the time anyway. I like this one. All right, we're gonna try this one. I'm just gonna do an alcohol marker base. So I'm gonna give her, she's gonna have definitely just like light peach skin. So let me see what I can get here. So I've got a couple of different markers here. Hopefully nothing is too, that one might be okay for her skin. And then I want a nice bright blue for her hair. So I'm really feeling blue here for her, and I don't know why exactly, but that's just kind of what I'm seeing. I don't know if that's the right blue that I'm wanting. What does this one look like? I think we're gonna go with that one. Okay. So I have, all right. So I'm just gonna do a marker base, and this is it's gonna take me a while just to get through like the face or whatever. So let's just, and once I start, I have to keep going. So I'm just gonna start. I'm trying to plan out like I do want to test out the paper, because this book was sent to me by Yana, but it wasn't printed by Amazon. It was printed by Lulu, which is a company that artists can use to print out their books and stuff. It doesn't seem to be like expanding too much, so that's good. All right, let's just get started. So I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, so I guess I can talk a little bit about, what's been going on with us, other than my wrist. Really not a ton, which is not, I'm not overly worried that I'm not out there doing stuff every single day. I like kind of chilling out and living at home. Uh-oh. I feel like this marker's gonna dry out. Well, shoot. At least this is, a good a good base color. Even if it starts to dry out, I can get, it's going to be real spotty base layer. And then when I come over with my colored pencils, it'll be all right. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading. We have been, last week, I don't know if you guys were able to catch it, but I was on, last weekend I was on a live stream with Emily Illustrator and several other ladies. So there was, let's see, Corey from Colorfully Optimistic was on there. Evelyn from, and of course I'm not going to get everybody's channel names right. Evelyn, Angela, and Renee were on there, and I will put their channel names on screen because I'm just the worst at remembering people's channel names. It's so patchy. But it's all right because it's just the base layer. But yeah, it was really fun, and like I felt kind of bad because I wasn't really as chatty as some of the other ladies. Like but I just kind of, like, when I'm in those kind of situations, I just kind of hang back and let other people do all the talking, and I listen, and I contribute when I feel like I need to, but for the most part, I was just hanging out and listening to what everybody else was talking about, and I didn't really feel the need to say much, which of course they all noticed, and they're like, Erica, you're being awfully quiet. And I'm like, well, that's what I do. But yeah, so then I was forced to talk a little bit. But it was nice. It was really fun. I really enjoyed myself, and I hope that if there's another event like that in future, that they'll think to invite me again. It was really, really kind of Emily to invite me to that. We were celebrating her 4-year streamiversary. So if you don't follow Emily, please go over and do that. She's an amazing colorist. She's super fun and outgoing and just super cool. I really like her. And whenever I have time to watch live streams, hers are the ones that I end up going to. I'm not at live streams very often. I'm not on YouTube very often. I feel really bad because I'm on YouTube. Like, I should be contributing back to the community. I don't know what it is. Like, I watch some people's videos and I try to comment when I remember, but a lot of the times I just forget to comment too. Boy, that looks real patchy. All right, we're good. We're good. We got this, right? All right. So with this, when I do hair with markers, I try to follow the strand direction instead of like coloring straight across, or so it's like, I mean, you can do like the flicking motion like you do with your pencils when you do hair. Like, I could probably just do this with just markers and be fine, because you can leave the highlights like that, where you think like highlights would be, and it does kind of look like the when you're like the end of the flick, it looks like a hair strand kind of. I think this will be a pretty blue though. I don't know why I was seeing blue hair for her. Okay, and I do have to be careful around some of these things. Let's see what else is going on. So I did also, last week I released a video about how I color on Amazon paper, and it was featuring specifically 4 pencil brands. I think I did Polychromos, Black Widows, Shuttle Art, maybe. What was the other brand? Sioux Color? Maybe it was Sioux Color. I can't remember all the brands that I use now. But I wanted to do like a couple of budget brands and a couple of expensive brands, and kind of like show the difference between the ways that they work. And, you know, depending on your coloring type is really kind of the basis for how things work for you. You know, like, not everybody likes the soft pencils, and that's totally fine. And not everybody likes the hard pencils, and that's totally fine. And I've definitely found that I prefer softer pencils the majority of the time. Unless I'm doing like hair or fur, then I prefer a firmer pencil. But most of the time that's because if I don't use the softer pencils, it tends to hurt my wrist because I end up acting like these hard pencils should be working like the soft pencils and they should be blending faster. And so I'm pushing harder, I think is what a lot of it is. It could be. I feel like that's why they hurt my wrist more. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. That's just a guess. But yeah, so I prefer the softer pencils. Other people prefer harder pencils. I've had lots of people comment on that video, lots of people watching that video. So I hope that that was really helpful to everybody that watched it. If you would like to see more like work on Amazon paper like that, I kind of want to do a little bit more in detail about working with markers as a base layer. If that's something that you would like to see, let me know. And not just alcohol markers, but water-based markers as well. If there are any pencil brands that you would like me to try on Amazon paper, I can do that too. I can kind of focus on a few pencil brands. And like, I don't have all of them, unfortunately. I would not have room in my house if I had all of the pencils that I wanted. But I do have quite a few. So if you can think of something that you would really like to see, let me know. The ones that I did get a lot of requests for that I don't have the luminance. I don't have the Holbeins. But I do have quite a few of the other brands. So yeah, if there's one that you would be interested in seeing, just let me know. Yeah, and then other than that, it's been tricky to try to find time to film. Like right now, I'm really going through very hyper-focused things. So I'm either super hyper-focused on reading, or the last few days have been super hyper-focused on coloring, and that's just not good for my my hands. Which is frustrating. But unfortunately, the hyper-focused state is not focusing on, my hyper-focus is not focusing on recording. So I really had to force myself to come and record with you guys today, which is upsetting because I do enjoy the interaction with you all. I love the connection that I feel, when somebody comments on the video, is like, this was so helpful, or, I love catching up with you, or whatever it is. I love that connection. It's just like the getting myself motivated to just do that part. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why can't I just do it? Just do it. That's all you got to do. I really think this blue hair is just going to be gorgeous on her. So I'm seeing probably some nice, darker turquoisey kind of shadows in here. Yeah, that's going to be pretty. I like leaving the highlights with the marker too, because then I can really just come in with a light pencil, and my highlight is already reserved, and I don't have to worry about making it. I don't know if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to say that this is hair back here. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but it's going to be in shadow, and it's going to be back there. Sometimes trying to get around curves and stuff, I feel like my hand doesn't work that way. It just doesn't want to. Okay. All right, well, there's that. So I've got her base started. I've only got, you know, 10 other pages that I've started in the same exact way that I have to at some point go back and finish. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to find some pages here and there where I can just color with just straight marker and just be done so that I can actually have a finished product in my hand. But it's been frustrating because everything that I've been drawn to this month so far has been stuff that I'm okay with doing a marker base, but I really want to just finish it off with pencil. So that's been a little frustrating, but yeah, that's my video for today. I think, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for, dealing with my self-imposed injury today and humoring me while we did a little bit of a haul video on my weekend WIP. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.